Me too.
Oh my god.
That's sort of.
That would explain it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. It's been a long week. 20 games.
Oh yeah.
There's always something.
I was doing some audio checks before and I was at home getting ready for everything, and I was like, "Hey, we got it. It's sounding good. It's good." And I'm like, "Wait a second. There's an echo like 10 or 15 seconds later. What the hell?" I had the test, and I'm like, "Is there an echo?" And I realized I had the stream up
Yeah.
to check it,
It's
and it was
delayed.
it was going into my mic. So I was speaking, and then the broadcast was coming back in, and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
That actually looks pretty good.
You like that?
Pan over to them.
Yes. I'll do both sides.
Yeah. That's a 0.5?
Yeah.
That's good. We'll see when the sun comes
It
cutting in
shouldn't-
more, but
Move again there. Yeah, so it goes up in like
0.25?
0.25, yeah, so
What do you think? It's pretty good.
I wouldn't go any brighter.
No. Here's where you went. Like I think it's pretty good. We don't need to go any
Yeah.
brighter to be watched out. We can even take it down.
I was gonna say
Just
maybe
take it to
down
0 and
one.
just see how it is.
Yeah, just
Yeah, just put it at 0 and let's see when it's game time. Okay.
alright. She's
Go, talk. Contact, go. Almost over.
Here. Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to the 2024 IIJL World U18 Championship. I'm Steven Stamp. We are ready to crown another gold medalist. We've had two very exciting games today. An 8-7 win by Canada over Australia in the Women's World Junior Lacrosse Championship, the first ever held. What a thriller that was. The Canadians take gold. And then in the second game, we had Canada and the U.S. competing for the IIJL World U16 Championship. That was a fantastic game. 6-6 at halftime. 1 goal in the third. That may have been the best quarter of lacrosse we've seen in this tournament. Canada got that goal. It proved crucial. Caleb Jenkins was fantastic in net for Canada. And a few goals did come in the fourth. A final score 10-8. Canada wins. They are the IIJL U16 World Champions for 2024. Now we're going to crown a gold medalist and champion in the IIJL World U18s. Canada on the left in the red with the black shoulder caps going left to right. They will have, who do they have? They have Carson Martel between the pipes. Wasn't sure who they were going with. That was a last minute decision, but he will start for Canada. And at the other end, we've got Oliver Uke between the pipes. He's backed up by Nathan Ruckel. Daniel Dieters is the backup for Canada. The face-offs, Giovanni Baggio for the U.S. wearing number 24, and number 4 for Canada. That is Brody McLeod. We're about to get underway. The ball is down. The whistle is blown, and we are off to the races. U.S. with an immediate possession and a big hit right off the bat by Sawyer King. Here's the first shot of the game taken by Tommy Farrell. That's going to go wide. It gets up in the air. Casey Martel wearing the number 48. Very popular in this area, worn by Matt Vince. Big battle right under the boards. It's going to be a loose ball push. And you can tell everyone is fired up for this game. The energy is high. They've seen the excitement of the previous games. Here's Bannister fighting through, and Grace's stick is snapped in half. Carter Grace just leaves it out on the floor as he goes to set a pick and has his shaft snapped. Here's Taylor, a fantastic game earlier in the tournament. Scores to start things off in this one. 1-0 Canada. What a finish by Brandon Taylor. Less than 1 minute in, just 42 seconds into this game. It's going to be Arnett coming out for the U.S. for this next face-off. Teams adding, there's actually some pickups from the U16 clubs. Canada with a couple of players out. And they have added a pair of players from the all-world team from the U16 event. Righty forward Kason Eustace, and the player of the tournament in the U16s. He was head and shoulders the best player in that U16 group. It's Caleb Gauthier, number 21 for Canada, playing a D-transition role. It's going to be interesting to see how these two fit up with the seniors. Tommy Farrell, who's been fantastic, goes to the net, gets rebuffed by the big Hunter Bricknell. And there's another hulking defender for Canada. They play a big role. That hard shot from Max Giaquinto, that one's a little bit wide. It will be a fresh 30 as it's scooped up there. Liam McGraw, who was a game time decision and was available to play, leaves it there for Drew Dunbar. Canada with the 1-0 lead. They've got 14 seconds on the shot clock. Cash Bannister trapped along the boards. Henry Fowler trying to get it. Greiner gets after him. That was Dylan Greiner. There are a pair of them. Forrest Greiner's wearing number 4, Dylan Greiner number 55. The U.S. into the offensive zone for really their first full offensive set. Tydrell Ansley, who's been up here doing a bit of filming, help out with the broadcast. Appreciate that. Nice move from Martel going post to post, but the pass didn't connect to Farrell. That shot, Martel saw all the way off the stick of Leland. And Canada is going to make their way up. Some pressure from Ansley makes it a little challenging, but Canada does get forward. Braxton Brown hands it off. Here's Taylor. Nice slide by Marzek. Drew Dunbar scores. You can hear the contact on Uke, but it wasn't enough. And it is 2-0 Canada. What a blast there. Drew Dunbar just ripping that one home. Nothing fancy, but it works. Baggio comes away with the ball off that face-off, and the U.S. is going to try and get something back, but they're going to have to turn it over, and Canada will go back into the offensive zone. Kason Eustace is out there for Canada. He'll get his first touch, and the U16 All-World team member. Over to Grace. Oh, and another one for Canada. What a start for the Canadians. Carter Grace. And it's 3-0. The lefties are absolutely ripping it up for Canada early in this game. See, Carter Grace had it near center floor. Gets it just inside the restraining line, and just a huge gap. Nobody on him. Ansley the closest one, but was kind of stepping back a little. And a hard rip. It is 3-0 in less than 3 minutes. These teams did meet twice in the double round robin. Canada gets possession here. The first game was I have to remember. Diving attempt. Cash Bannister trying to make all 4 of the lefty forwards on the board. Didn't quite connect there. Braxton Brown spins, shoots. That one didn't get through. Penalty coming to the U.S. Martel gets to the bench for Canada. And the U.S. comes away with it. They didn't realize there was a delayed call coming. It's going to be Henry Fowler heading off. Canada with a 3-0 lead. Just a holding call on Fowler. Bannister's going to start up top for Canada as they go strong left. U.S. going with a diamond formation. You got Dylan Marzak up top. Hudson Schultz and Keller Hinkson. And the low man is Kostowitz, and he can just watch that one go in. It is tapped home there by Braxton Brown. And just like that, Canada makes it 4-0. Oh, great pass from Taylor. And Brown is going to come and say, yeah, nice apple. That was a dime tossed across by Brandon Taylor. Stay with us post-game. We'll have the Player of the Game Awards presented by GearFire.com. And the silver and gold medals will be handed out. Canada, the favorite coming in is they won the 2 games in the round robin. The first one they actually won fairly handily. Here's Tyrell Ansley. Scores! It's good. He was dipsy-doodling along the edge of the crease, but gets one. What a way to get it rolling for the U.S. This U.S. team so athletic. Ansley, one of the most athletic of this group. Takes a nice pass, goes through the double team. Great body controlling, great foot control. Four to 1, 5 goals in the first 4 minutes. It's a high-scoring game in the second round robin game. Canada won the first one by a fair bit. But then the second game, the U.S. needed to win by a bunch of goals. I believe it was, I don't remember the score of the first game, I'm sorry, but I was just told. But Canada, a thrilling 18-17 overtime win in the last round robin game. And the U.S. gets one back. Tommy Farrell. He is deadly inside. He and Ansley both listed as D-transition players, both playing a ton of forward. And you can see why with the skills they have right on top of the crease. And Canada's not going to like how these forwards are getting right to the net. See, nobody picks up Farrell as he comes through. That's a wide open look as he is just left untouched going across.
Ball on the floor. There might be on the side. What's going on? Ball on the floor.
U.S. with possession. They're going to try and creep back in. That start for Canada, 3 goals in the first 3 minutes, necessitated a solid response. The U.S. has provided it. They're showing they're going to be in this game. There's Farrell, who had the last goal for the U.S. The captain, Donald Duffus, finds some space, gets by Connors, who's back on D, and scores! Duffus with a big one, but they're going to say, yeah, it is good. Thought there might be a crease violation call coming, but no, it looked good. And Duffus makes it 4-3. This is exactly the kind of game we expect from these two teams. They've played high-scoring lacrosse games. Momentum swings all over the place. And that is, again, another defensive lapse for Canada. They are going to have to tighten things up because Duffus just runs through 3 guys. Not much chance for Carson Martel. It's a violation for McLeod. And Arnett will have the ball for the U.S. U.S. with possession once again, and Suddy comes away with it here on the rebound. Lawrence King, or Sawyer King was out on him. That's King again on Pavone. Farrell scores! Again, just a U.S. player running virtually untouched through the crease. Canada's defensive system is just not holding up at this point. And they literally just let him go. That was actually Caleb Gauthier, the call-up, who kind of lost track of Farrell there. You do not want to do that. Farrell is deadly. McLeod comes up with it for Canada, and just like that, it's 4-4. We're just over 5 minutes and 8 goals in 5 minutes. Wow. Puts us on pace for a 96, and it's not slowing down. There's another, they're going to say crease violation on Grace. He can't believe it. You can just click back on your YouTube and see what you think. It was a close one. The U.S. is going to try and forge their first lead of the game. Duffus spins. Pavone fights through traffic, gets a shot off. That's on the backside of the mesh. Canada into the offensive zone, all kinds of pressure. And I'm taking a peek back at that. Grace just allowed a goal. Yeah, I think he was on the crease. I think he stepped on the line. Good call. Tommy Farrell has a pair already. They're keeping pretty close. They were keeping a close eye on him, and they kind of let him go. Comes out to Duffus. Good ball movement by the U.S. Farrell rips one, scores! Farrell with the hat trick before we're 7 minutes into the game. And the U.S. have their first lead. It's 5-4. This can't keep up, right? We can't keep going. We got 9 goals in 6 minutes. And we have a goalie change. Carson Martel is out. Daniel Dieters is in. We'll see if it's a long-term change. Martel has taken off his helmet. He is very bummed, but I'll tell you, he has been facing high quality shots. Arnett will get it for the U.S. And here's Ansley. And they've got some numbers, a chance to move in. Farrell ducks underneath. That one gets through Dieters, but goes wide. Hits just enough of him to head out into the corner. Ansley thought about getting a shot off there. 4 U.S. righties. They have a lot of right-handers. Duffus tries to catch that one and is grabbed up by Dieters, and Canada has a stop. They've not had many so far. That's got to feel good to get one. Cohen Mahar Robbins had it, moved it ahead. Here's Grace. Thought he had a goal earlier. Double team with Fowler and Schultz on him. And then a little wraparound by Greiner. And Grace can't believe that none of the infractions he felt were happening were called. Here's Jaquinto. Grace just getting to the bench, so it's a 5-on-4 right now. The U.S. doesn't take advantage of it, though. Canada gets Braden Hackett out to play some D. Here's Pavone. That one's stopped by Dieters. And things settling down a little bit in the Canadian zone. Gauthier takes it. Remember, he has not played with this club. He's from the U16s. One of the all-world defenders. Dynamic transition presence. Scored a ton of goals for Canada, but new to these guys. Of course, everyone's kind of new to each other. The team put together on short notice, leading into the tournament, obviously, as trials go. Penalty coming now. Illegal substitution on Canada. So the U.S. is up 5-4 and will be going to the power play. Duffus will start up top. Canada's got Sawyer King and Kenny McIntyre at the top. McIntyre's been really steady for this club. Jaquinto. Save there by Dieters. Keep it at 5-4. He's looking for something. Steps out of his crease, makes the short pass. Job running it across. Pass down low. Chance for Connors heading to the net. Short-handed, trying to get one back. Oh, and it's a rip by Braxton Brown. His second goal of the game. Ties it back up. Ansley comes up with that one as Baggio pulls it back to him. We're all even here. 5-5. High scoring first quarter. Still on the power play is the U.S. Jaquinto with the rip. That stopped, and then trying to grab it was Bricknell. Gauthier out there on the penalty kill for Canada. That's a role he played for the U16s. Is up on the top. He is so dangerous. If he can pick off a pass, he's very good at tipping them away. And he is fast and deadly in transition. Duffus down low. Diving attempt. What a save coming across. Dieters has come in sharp. Fresh 30 for the U.S. and they've still got 25 left on the power play. Duffus trying to fight through a check. But Bricknell all over him. There's an arm save, squeezing it between the arm and the body as Farrell was looking for his fourth of the quarter. Bricknell will get it ahead to Gauthier. Here's Bannister. That's going to be almost picked off. It's knocked down. Adam Day getting on it. Kosowitz wants the outlet pass. There you go. They clear the zone. We are back to even strength. It's 5-on-5, and the score is 5-5. What a start to this contest. Leland over to Ansley. Just a double clutch to get it. Backdoor attempt. That's no good, and it will be Canadian possession. And Sawyer King is taken off. He wants the restart. And the U.S. coaches are very displeased with their players. They let King just take off and get that wide open look. Kinger has been deadly in transition, especially the first game of the tournament. He was outstanding. Behind the back, it's a goal. What a shot by Grace. There's no question on that one. His second of the game. Carter Grace puts Canada back in front. Nowhere near the crease this time. Carter Grace, what a shot. Great job slipping through the defense and just getting that ball away. U.S. looking to even things up right away. Jaquinto tries to pass it through. It turns into a shot as it gets by Ansley. It actually bounced off. Oh no, went up and over top of the net. No, it is the first shot. I thought so. I thought it had gone up Dieter's shoulder. That one definitely hit Dieters. The shot from Jaquinto is picked up by Ansley. He'll flick it out. Pavone in a good shooting position. Oh, that's going to be a back end. Mahar Robbins tried to pick it up. Kind of wound up just tapping it to his goaltender instead. There's another chance for Suddy this time. And another save. Dieters has come in, and what a difference. I mean, both these Canadian goaltenders obviously very good. They felt like Martel was the guy to start with. It was not his afternoon, it would appear. And at this point, it's pretty clear that it's, for now, a permanent change. Gauthier gets up over center and hands it off. It's a good shift for him to kind of settle in a little bit after losing his man for a goal earlier. Bannister can't quite handle that pass. Baggio's going to try and get it. Good positioning, but it's scooped up by Bannister. 3 white jerseys converged with him in the middle, and the ball pops out. Scooped up here by Henry Fowler. Fowler into the offensive zone. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hands a little slip pick, takes the pass. Got Gauthier out on him. Or sorry, it's 28, not 21. Here's Suddy with Thomas checking him. Leland's hard shot. Dieters didn't know where it was. It was okay. It was wide of the net. And now ripping forward is Samuel Angus. He'll slow up and spin away to get some space. Now moves it on ahead to Taylor. Angus heads for a change as Taylor dives to the net. Keller Hinkson moving gingerly over to the bench. He's hopping on one foot, not putting any weight on his right foot. U.S. just 3 players out there. They get a couple of changes coming. Still 16 on the shot clock, so they've got time. Duffus throws up to Suddy, back to him. Here's Duffus. Scores over the shoulder. Great shot by the captain, Duffus. His second goal of the game. We're tied back up. Baggio wins it, trying to go himself, but Connors strips that ball. Connors, a rare occasion of a forward who takes face-offs. He'll stay out for the defensive shift after losing the draw. Had to stay with Baggio. Farrell will try to add to his tally. He's got 3 so far for the U.S. Duffus gets it across. Low sidearm rip, no problem there for Dieters, who's all over it. Gauthier looking forward, rips a sidearm up to Grace. He's got a pair. They move it down into the corner, and Brown, who also has a pair for Canada, gives to Bannister. Oh, what a beautiful finish. Beautiful pass from Grace to Brown. It's a hat trick for Braxton Brown and Canada back up top, and there's just no slowing this scoring pace down. Sawyer King tries to hop onto it. King gets it. I'm just going to leave you with Trevor Butts for a moment, and I'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Steven Stamp is headed out for a moment. I will get you through the last minute of play here as Team USA has the ball in the attacking zone. U.S. driving to the net, trying to get an opportunity here and get one more on the board. 9 on the shot clock for Team USA, and they score! In tight on the crease, Team USA gets one more. And with 43 seconds to go, Team USA cuts the deficit down. What a nice play there from the Americans. As we are back underway here, Team USA wins the draw again. Into the attacking zone, trying to get one more. Have a chance maybe to go 2 for 1, and they decide against it. Cycling the ball around, long shot gets blocked by the Canadian defense. Still with the ball are the Americans. 10 seconds left. Quick shot. That one saved there by the goaltender for Team Canada. Going to look for a long outlet pass, and it connects Here comes Canada with a shot. That one wide of the net. Loose ball picked up by Team USA. And the long pass won't find anyone in time. And we have reached the end of the first quarter here at the Classic Rink in East Aurora.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2024 IIJL U18 World Championship gold medal game. I'm Steven Stamp. On camera and briefly on the headset was Trevor Butts. Thanks for hopping in. Just had something to deal with there. What a game. And I missed a goal. Of course, I was gone for a minute and 12 seconds of game time. Of course I missed a goal. 14 goals in 15 minutes. That we are on pace for a 28-28 game. I'm not even kidding. Obviously, we're not going to have a 28-28, or are we? Baggio has it off the draw. He's going in, and the U.S. are going to immediately push Ansley, who has a pair. There's a great chance for Duffus. It's just a little bit wide. Pavone gets it off the backboards. 18 left on the shot clock. 12 on the shot clock. They hit Suddy coming through. That's not in. It's between the legs of Dieters, who does a nice job. Boy, the goal is so acrobatic with all that gear on. That pass to Bricknell doesn't connect. And the U.S. is going to get it and come back the other direction. There's Duffus. Ansley wide open behind the Canadian net. Great trail check there, though. Canada's going to try and settle things down a little bit here. There's a shot in front from Connors. Taylor trying it. Did he get? No, it didn't get in. And he lands in the crease. The U.S. will take possession. Chance at the other end. Doesn't quite connect with Farrell. U.S. taking their time to set things up. Braden Stearns will go over and meet that pass. He's thinking about the dunk. Now he's going to try a little diving tuck. It's good. Braden Stearns, who played at the World Juniors, the U21s in Erie, showing why he was able to go up to that club. What an effort there. just getting the edge on Daniel Dieters, and it's 8-7 US. We have had a U.S. change as well in the pipes. Nathan Ruckel is in net now for the U.S., taking over from Oliver Uke. Here's Farrell. They are well aware of how dangerous he is at this point. Remember, it was 18-17 in overtime in the second round robin game, so high-scoring games are nothing new to these two clubs. It's going to be a off-ball foul. The U.S. had 6 players on the floor. Got away with it, though, as they yelled at Marzek to get back to the bench. He's going to be back out on the floor to curb a transition, and Canada will come forward and set up. There's Braxton Brown with a hat trick this game. Brown cutting to the middle. Great slide by Marzek. What a stop. Going to be out of play, and Canada will take possession. Sam Angus. Got Drew Dunbar coming off the bench, first guy, but the U.S. was back in plenty of time. Behind the back attempt. Oh, my goodness. What a goal. We mentioned Dunbar a little while ago, and he has... Wait. That wasn't Dunbar. Was that Cash Bannister with that one? What a goal for Canada to tie things up 8-8, 16 goals in just under 18 minutes of playing time. U.S. has the ball off the face-off. Yeah, that was Cash Bannister with that last goal, just confirming. 8-8. You know the defensive coaches aren't happy. The goaltending coaches aren't happy. But Tommy Farrell, Donald Duffus, and the U.S. are. What a shot there. It's 9-8. It just doesn't stop. The scoring continues. Doesn't seem to matter who's between the pipes. The offenses are getting the best of the defenses and goaltending in every situation. That is 4 for Tommy Farrell, who's just been fantastic for this club. My goodness. Farrell is very athletic, very skilled. Arnett gets the ball for the U.S., hands it off to Ansley, and they come into the offensive zone. I don't know if we've had a 2-goal lead for a while. It's been a very back and forth game. Thanks for being with us, Lacrosse friends. It's 3:33 p.m. and it is the IIJL World U18 Championship. Here's Stearns. Scored that behind the net dunk shot. Gets that one back off the foot of Dieters. Straight back to himself. Suddy gives it off to Duffus. Has Mahar Robbins all over him. Gauthier strips it. Suddy's going to be the first one there. Hackett on him. Ball still loose. Hackett knocked down. They're going to call a loose ball push. Canada wants to just play advantage because they felt like they were going to be able to push the pace up, but Gauthier will hand it off now, and the Canada offense will come out. Eustace is going to have to track that one down. Here's Taylor. Behind the net, dunk attempt. It's no good. That was Bannister trying for another goal for Canada. But we will have a stop. They have been rare in this game. Tyrell Ansley hands it off and continues on into the offensive zone. Leland moves it to Pavone. Farrell Immediately watched by Bricknell, his opposite 26. Behind the back attempt by Pavone. That one's off target. Bounces back out, and Ansley's going to get it after a reset. Nice heads-up play there by Bricknell to tap it ahead. And here's Sawyer King on the run. That is two speedsters in King and Ansley. And Ansley gets the best of that one with a great wrap check. And King is battling there without the ball, and he's going to earn possession on a loose ball push. And Sawyer King, we said he's fast. He's going to show it, heading over to the bench as he races across without his stick. It is still on the floor. 5 minutes into the second quarter. We've got 17 goals. Nice check there. And Grace just kind of grabs on to Forrest Griner as he spins down. Outlet pass. And Fowler will get up into the offensive zone. The U.S. sets up once again. Again, the last game between these teams was 18-17 in overtime. Here's Farrell. Seems to be getting a pretty heavy dose of Bricknell. Hunter Bricknell out on him. Stearns flips over to Duffus. Oh, there's Farrell. Diving. That one's stopped by Dieters. What a play by Gauthier with the reverse spin. Hangs onto the ball with that toe drag. What a terrific creative play. He's got Connors with him. Good decision. The lane wasn't there. He's just going to go for a run, trying to find someone to get the ball to, and now he has his outlet in Grace. And Grace thought about ripping. Now he will. Nice little stutter step move by Grace to create a shooting opportunity. We're going to have a push, loose ball push on the U.S. So Canada gets it, a fresh 30. And Grace will set things up. Comes to Connors, who fires one. Connors had a Player of the Game award earlier in the tournament for Canada. He had a great game. I believe their opening game. Connors, Dunbar, Grace, and King have been the Players of the Game for Canada. For the U.S., had Duffus and Jaquinto. Anthony Pavone had one. Tydrell Ansley. I feel like there's one more that I'm missing. Saved by Dieters. That pass doesn't quite connect with Taylor. It may have been tipped on the way, but now he gets it. Backdoor pass. It couldn't quite be caught in time by Ryland Coderbash. And Canada's going to get one. A broken play that comes together. And we're all tied up at 9, because of course we are. And there's still 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. Coderbash throws that one across. Taylor finds him, but it's just a little bit high. So he passes it out, and Braxton Brown with his 4th of the game. Brown and Farrell are just engaging in a shooting contest here. They have 4 goals each. Braxton Brown for Canada, Tommy Farrell for the U.S. U.S. gets possession again. They tend to be dominant in the face-off zone. Here's Ansley. Gets to Pavone, he scores! Through the middle. It's getting kind of crazy. It's pretty wild. I not sure what the shots on goal are. I'd be very interested to see. I mean, there have been a lot of shots, obviously, but 19 goals in 16 minutes. Is that right? No, more than that. 23 minutes. 19 goals in 23 minutes. See, it's just mind-boggling. McLeod and Arnett battle for it. Ansley comes away with the ball. Canada very defensive on the face-offs, knowing that they're probably not going to win a whole bunch of them. So the U.S. has a couple of strong specialists in that area. Barrel to Duffus. He leaves it here for Stearns. They're isolating him on Mahar Murphy. Sorry, Mahar Robbins. Here's Mahar Robbins looking for the outlet pass. He's going to rumble ahead. Here comes Bannister. It opens up for him. That shot is stopped. Bounces out. The U.S. with a chance to run. Schultz hands it off. He goes for a change. Given to the captain, Duffus. Moved on to Leland, who quickly got it to Pavone, the last goal scorer for the U.S. Duffus tries to hit the cutting Pavone. He's going to land in the crease. It'll be Canada possession. They trail 10-9. Got 6.5 to go here in the first half. Canada looking for another chance. And there's Connors. Gets over to Bannister as Canada keeps the ball moving. Now a shot on the run for Grace. He scores. That's one for sure that Ruckel would like back. Grace gets the hat trick, but that's just Ruckel getting a whole bunch of it, but not being sure where it was after the ball hit him. And we're all tied up 10-10. You keep thinking it's going to slow down. The goals have to stop coming. They don't. They just keep coming. Carter Grace, a big game for him. Ansley again taking possession. Wonder if, Canada's just leaving Ansley up there on his own, putting a bunch of defense players back in the defensive zone. Kind of conceding the faceoffs. They keep pulling it to Ansley. Maybe they're worried that if they send somebody back there, the U.S. will go straight to the net. There's an attempt by Stearns getting up on the crease again. Oh, that's a rip by Duffus. And Dieter's just left him too much space. 5-hole. And Duffus has his third. We have 4 players with hat tricks in this game already. It's not even halftime. Tommy Farrell with 4 for the U.S. Donald Duffus with 3. A pair for Tyrell Ansley and singles to Braden Stearns and Anthony Pavone. For Canada, 4 from Braxton Brown, 3 from Carter Grace, 1 each from Drew Dunbar, Brandon Taylor, and Cash Bannister. So all the lefties are in on the scoring for Canada. Actually, all the lefties are for the U.S. as well, because they only have Pavone and Stearns listed as lefty forwards. They do have some others who stay up, such as Pavone. Pavone is one of the 2 I just mentioned. Never mind. Illegal pick for the U.S. Gauthier covering some ground. Boy, he gets flying with those long strides. Gets down, circles all the way back behind the net, flicks it up to Grace. He's looking for another one. That one is swallowed up by Ruckel, and he hangs on to it, making sure that he's got it controlled. Gonna make the short outlet pass. Will be pressure immediately from Canada. .5:20 to go here in the second quarter. Farrell to Ansley. Steps around, trying to get a shot off. He does a little jumper through the defense. Pretty good work from Ansley to get open. Bricknell will give him a rough ride going through. Leland stops it from going over and back. He had plenty of room. U.S. has 22 seconds on the shot clock, lots of time. Pavone beats McIntyre, but steps in the crease before he can put that one in. It's going to be no goal, and Canada will come forward through Cohen Mahar Robbins. He is met right near center from Henry Fowler, so he tosses it off to Bannister. And Canada is going to get things rolling again. Grace with the ball, gets it back from Brown. Brown with 4 goals, Grace with 3, Bannister with a pair. He's going to miss the net on that one. Bannister with 1. Just a few seconds left on the shot clock, so the U.S. doesn't have to pick it up. It's going to be grabbed by Henry Fowler. As he had some space, he'll pick it up and run into the offensive zone. Wow, what a game. Not for the purists, but it's certainly exciting. There's a chance. Just missing was Farrell. He has not missed much today. Connor's getting positioned. Good job boxing out. And eventually it's Sawyer King that comes away with it. Got Gauthier up ahead. Great hustle back by Ansley. Now he's open. Oh, and Gauthier just misses the pass. Thought it was coming earlier, then kind of gave up, and it was great timing by King, but Gauthier just wasn't quite ready to receive that one. Farrell thinking about just letting this thing fly. He will. A little sidearm, kind of a place shot. And it was stopped. Another chance for Pavone. Dieters with another save. Here's Mahar Robbins. A bit of a force. He's trying to get it way up to Grace. It was just too high for him, up into the mesh and out into the stands, or into the fan area. Here's Stearns. US going to slow things down a little bit. Oh, not much. There's a rip from Duffus, and Canada gets the ball back. Short outlet to McIntyre. Going to get it to Mahar Robbins. It's stripped. Here comes Ansley. Big hit by Taylor. That is a great body check. What a play by Brandon Taylor. And Canada's going to come away with the ball. They've got Grace all alone open down the floor, but the pass is too high for him. He's going to have to get it off the boards, and it's turned over. And now it's Ansley all in alone. Saved by the shoulder of Dieters. Canada back into the offensive zone. We're getting down to the final 2 minutes of this first half. We haven't had a goal for a couple of minutes. Seems like we're due. 21 through 28 minutes almost. Bannister, he's stopped. The 30 will expire for Canada as that didn't get through to the goaltender, and the U.S. will come forward. Hack it out to meet Baggio, who's just going to give it up. Leland sets his seal. Pavone just tripped. There is a seam there, a gap between the two bits of the carpet. A couple of spots where the carpet's not together perfectly. That really jumped up and bit Pavone. Nice job by Angus to get some clearance and flip that ball over. Grace. He's thinking shot. He loves to shoot. That one's blocked out front. I think Kostowitz got that. Down to 3 seconds for Canada. So the U.S. doesn't need to pick that ball up. They can just let it go. And they will. 1:10 to go in the half. It's 11-10 U.S. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the 2024 U18 IIJL World Championship. Stearns sees Connors coming from behind. Connors out for another D shift. Hard twister there tried by Suddy. And it's going to be Canadian possession with 52 seconds left in the half. Sawyer King, low pass ahead. Grabbed no problem by Braxton Brown, the hot hand. He's got 4. Love to get another one and even this thing up. The U.S. comes up with it. The forecheck pressure, though, by Grace. Carter Grace is just pesky. Collision there, they're going to say it's Canada ball. Pushing and shoving. Taylor will give Griner a bump as he had gotten on to Grace. U.S. possession, 30 seconds to go. Almost identical shot clock and game clock. They're not pulling the goaltender. Ruckel stays between the pipes. They're going to take their timeout, though. You get one timeout per half. The U.S. will use theirs now. You can't carry it over. Might as well use it there. So it's 22 seconds on the shot clock, 22.9 on the game clock. What are they drawing up over there? Dalton Jernigan is talking to his offense. Now, are we going to have Ruckel pulled? I'm not sure. They're not big on pulling the goaltender for the extra attacker. We'll see if they have something set up that they're going to go for. Ruckel is at the bench right now, of course, for the timeout. Todd Wilfong talking to his defense on the Canadian bench. We'll take a break at halftime, and we'll come back, and it's going to be, who knows? Last game was 6-6 at the half, fairly high scoring, and then 1 goal in the third quarter. Maybe we change to a more defensive struggle here as well. We've had 21 goals, already more goals in this game than we had in the U16 final, which was a fantastic lacrosse game. And Carter Grace was going down saying, hey, blow the play in, I'll take the ball. It's not how it's going to work. The U.S. will not pull their goaltender. Rukl goes back out to the net. We're going to be 5-on-5. And Donald Duffus, the U.S. captain, will start with it. So one thing, you don't necessarily have to wait until the final seconds for a shot. You can take one when you like it because you've got your goalie back there. You got that safety. Don't want to give Canada a chance, so they will probably let it tick down substantially. The nice thing is the shot clock's going because there's 1 second more on the game clock, so we can actually see the time. That one's well high. Comes back to Farrell, though. Turns into a pass. The shot from Pavone, I think it was the shot. It turns into a pass, though, and Farrell with his fifth of the first half.
26 for mine.
1.5 seconds to go. Yeah, that was a shot by Pavone, and Farrell just in the right spot at the right time. It is 12-10, United States over Canada at the half. There's 1.5 seconds to go. Let's have the face-off. Matt Baggio's going to take a shot. There's no way that was getting there. And we will go to halftime. I am Steven Stamp. This is the 2024 World Junior. It's the 2024 IIJL World U18 Lacrosse Championship gold medal game. There's been a lot going on. It's been a big week, and we are wrapping it up with an absolute thriller. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2024 IIJL World U18 Championship game. 22 goals in 30 minutes of lacrosse. What will happen now? Remember the U16 championship game earlier today, it was 6-6 after the first half and then only one goal in the third quarter. Well, we've got almost twice as many goals. Maybe we'll only have a couple here in the third. The goaltenders are the guys who started as backup. Daniel Dieters between the pipes for Canada in their red with the black shoulder caps, going left to right. In the white with the blue shoulder caps, Nate Ruckel between the pipes for the U.S. Baggio, McLeod ready to start at the dot. Stay with us post game for the presentation of the players of the game, the all-world team, and the gold and silver medals. All that brought to you by GearFire.com, the largest outdoor e-commerce platform that sources all products from local retailers in your area. GearFire.com. Let's go. Baggio with the win, and he keeps just heading down the floor looking to see if there's something there, because there have been so many scoring chances coming up. Now Baggio will get to the net. Tommy Farrell with 5 goals for the U.S. Looking for another one. Braxton Brown has 5 for Canada. There's also a player on each team with a hat trick. Carter Grace with 3 for Canada. Donald Duffus has 3 for the U.S. He's not on the floor right now. This is Pavone who has a single. Bouncer from Giaquinto, no problem there for Daniel Dieters. Sun's behind us now. We're getting to the point of the afternoon where the sun starts coming in over our shoulders. That's going to be a 10-second count on Canada. The U.S. will get possession. The energy is really high. At this point, we're going to have to just stop it for a moment. The official settling the carpet down in the corner. This is primarily the old Buffalo Bandits turf. Still in pretty good shape, but you can see a few gaps over in the corners. Had to replace, supplemented, as it were. It's going to be a loose ball push on Sawyer King, and the States will get a fresh 30 and retain possession. Here's Jaquinto. Finds Farrell. He almost got it through. Dieters had a little trouble with that one. It stopped. Here's Sawyer King. He is a transition threat, but the U.S. doing a really nice job getting back. There's Adam Day. This is Marzek coming out to cover Bannister. That pass didn't get through. It is snagged, though, by Braxton Brown. Out to Bannister. Oh, great face dodge. The shot, though, he is hit by Schultz as he takes it. Big defensive slide. They're going to call it back in on the U.S. Adam Day's got to put it down, and Canada will try to cut into this 2-goal margin. We're a minute 20 into the third quarter, and we have not had a goal yet this period. That's unusual for the way this game has been going. What will the change be? Bannister thought about trying the dunk, pulls it out instead. They've still got 18, lots of time on the shot clock. Here's Taylor. Brandon Taylor rips one, leg save. Ruckel. Taylor will get his own rebound. Little pick there from Braxton. Nice ball movement. Bannister shoots low. Ruckel's looking behind him. It was in the net of his stick, not the net of the goal. And we're going back the other way. Marzek with it. He is a speedster. We got some really blazing athletes in this game. We got like Sawyer King for Canada. We've got Ansley and Marzek for the States. There's some others. Here's a chance for Farrell with 5 goals. Over to Pavone. That one's well off target. It's going to be grabbed by Thomas, and he'll start heading up the floor. Ansley with the forecheck knocks it loose. Thomas will take it and get over center with a few seconds to spare. He's got some pressure on him, and that's going to be a turnover as Greiner and Kostowitz are on him. And Kostowitz going to the net, shoots. Leg save by Dieters. Both goalies looking a little more settled here. Sawyer King knocked over from behind. That's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a check from behind to Kostowitz. And Canada will go to the power play. Hasn't been announced who it is. I'm not sure if they're sure who Laid that check. Wait. Okay, they're going to talk to, they want to talk to somebody. I'm not sure where the holdup is. They're calling Stearns over. Okay, it's going to be Braden Stearns going to the box. Have to do a little sleuthing and figure out who it was.
18 white.
With that check from behind. So Stearns will go to the box. And Canada with 12-12 to go and trailing 12-10. Here comes Kostowitz. Trail check attempt by Grace. Now he's going to run on to Ansley and then roll over to the bench. It's a pretty nice stop, drop, and roll by Carter Grace. Ansley on the penalty kill, dancing up above the line. Now he drives inside the restraining line. He'll cut to the middle. Great shooting chance. It's turned aside. It was a save. They're going to get a reset, saying it went off of Dieters. And the U.S. can kill another 30. Pavone has it. He's in no rush. Now he'll pull it over to Ansley on the near side. There's Farrell, almost with a little backhand there. Just missing. Oh! That's got to be withholding. And not a bad play by Caleb Gauthier, as he was just run over by Pavone. He had no idea that hit was coming. And he just put his hand on the ball, which obviously a violation of foul, but I think it was a great decision to just let the play get stopped, get up, and get going. Wow. We actually have Addison Pavone up in the booth here. She has a terrific shot at that one. She's going to have to send me. We're going to be using that one. Here, oh, King runs into the official and loses the ball. Caused turnover by our referee. King is mad as heck, but they're part of the floor. Hidden ball trick doesn't work for the U.S. Ansley has it, and they know it. Captain Duffus is with him. 30 seconds left in the U.S. penalty. Ansley, swim move, tries to get through the double team, but McIntyre is on him. Pass out. Now Pavone's got some room. He'll rip one. That's blocked. I believe that was Liam McGrath that it hit. Thomas will come away with it. It's going to be Canadian possession. He'll rumble up over center. Looks for some help. Leaves it for Bannister. There's Cash Bannister. Grace takes that pass, flips it over. Quick release by Braxton Brown, but he is stopped. Brown and Farrell both coming in to this third quarter with 5 goals apiece. Both have had some chances. Neither's got a sock trick yet. There's Leland. Tommy Leland still with it. He'll put his shoulder down, but Sawyer King is up to the task. Little pick on the back of King. He fights through that. Boy, Sawyer King is everywhere in this shift. Late in the 30, the shot by Jaquinto is well off target. He was just trying to get a reset. Canada wanted the quick restart and get running, and it's going to be a slow restart instead. The game will be delayed as we... This one, Carter Grace is like, what? I've got the ball, let's go. But no, you have to go back to where they want you to start. And here we go. We're 5.5 minutes into the third. No goals. This is following the pattern of the U16 game, which was an absolute thriller. There's a goal. Drew Dunbar gets Canada on the board in the third quarter, gets them within 1, as Dunbar with his second of the game makes it a 12-11 game. Beautiful little play. Oops, got a little excited there. Hit the plus twice on the scoreboard. We'll rein that back in. Dunbar just goes in. There's the pick. Boy, you're gonna, again, defensively, I think the U.S. are going to want a little more resistance to that pick and roll play for the Canadians. It's a 1-goal game again. Baggio, McLeod at the dot. Pretty even clamp. Baggio comes away with it. Ansley gets it ahead. Here's Farrell. Diving. Scores! Tommy Farrell with his 6th. And it is an athletic marvel. Back to the center dot. And Baggio pulls that one back. Our face-off win for the U.S. These are really warming up here. That's going to be a turnover, and Canada will take possession back into the far end. But it's turned over immediately. Kostowitz finds Ansley. He's going to peel off. Nice job by Taylor picking him up. Kostowitz with the big pick. You got Kostowitz, the defender, playing offense forward for the U.S., and Taylor, the forward, playing D. They're both going to be beckoned off by their coaches. And we'll get the players out in their regular positions. Here's Farrell. He have the 6 goals. Save. Dieters. Haven't been saying that a whole lot for either of these guys. And then, oh, what a grab by King. Farrell just kind of waited for that. I'm not sure he saw that King was there. There's the pass. Broxton Brown has turned aside. I thought we were going to have matching sock tricks. Brown trying to chase back on Fowler. And that's going to be a penalty to Samuel Angus. A boarding call on Angus, so the U.S. with a 13-11 lead and a chance to extend that. We have a discussion going on. It's a big discussion for U.S. players. At center, joined by McIntyre. We're going to have a goalie water break. There's a long chat to come to the conclusion that the goalies need some water. So where are we? It's 13-11 for the U.S. 8:09 to play in the third quarter. U.S. about to go to the power play. Sam Angus is in the box for a boarding call. Daniel Dieters gets back to his net for Canada. Nathan Ruckel between the pipes for the U.S. They are both in position. Donald Duffus, the captain, has it, and he will start with it for the possession for the U.S. Gauthier and King, very dangerous transition guys at the top of the penalty kill. Riggs and Bricknell, the big guys down low for Canada. Task gets away from Stearns. No pressure. They got plenty of time. They got 17 on the shot clock. Farrell. Over to Stearns, who rips one. That's stopped, but it goes straight to Pavone. Press 30, a reset. Pavone's going to go up to Farrell, and they'll start up again. Farrell to Duffus. There's a chance for Pavone. He's got it. Pavone buries his second of the game, and it's a 14-11 lead after the power play goal by Pavone. Pavone rumbling through, takes that pass from Duffus. almost at the midway point. 7:38 to go here in the third quarter. It's 14-11. The U.S. with another face-off win back to Ansley. That has been the pattern. Baggio or Arnett just pulling it back to Ansley on the U.S. defensive line. Here's Duffus on the run. He shoots and scores. Duffus has 4. So much for a lower scoring period. Things are rolling once again. It's 15-11 for the U.S. Brody McLeod comes out for the draw for Canada to try and break the string of face-off wins that the U.S. has been putting together. He's up against Baggio. Ansley again back alone on his defensive line, restraining line. Sawyer King is the uncovered one, but it's going to be to Ansley again. King coming up to put some pressure on. Ansley will wave his teammate off and say, I got it. Let me just come up over center. Spins away from the check from King. Driving to the net. Stearns, whether you can hear his coach telling move it, he moved it over to the boards and the floors. It got away from him. Sawyer King. It's going to be a long muck for Canada if that's what they're going to try and do. 9 seconds. Now it's actually down to 6. It was picked up. Quinn Riggs with the ball. Outlet pass. Oh, that's going to be a major and maybe a game for Marzek. The elbow to the face of Hackett. That's a loose ball possession. That has to be a game misconduct. Holy cow, that was a vicious shot to the face. There's going to be a discussion. Yeah, there's got to be a talk here. That's got to be a game misconduct. Wow. Okay, it's a minor. I'm going to go back and watch that one. I mean, live, it just looked vicious. My God, that's a major. Wow. Wow. And now they've given an unsportsmanlike to Brandon Taylor from Canada.
Penalty on number 24, Canada. 2 minutes, unsportsmanlike.
Canada trying to gain their composure back. I'm honestly, I'm just hoping that the Canadian player is okay. That was a huge hit straight to the face. And we're just going to be 5-on-5. Canada is not happy after that. Well, there you go. We're 5-on-5. Or is it 4-on-4? Seems to be some uncertainty. Either way, it's 15-11. Okay, yeah, they are going 5-on-5. So with 6:50 to go, that means we'll get to the 4:50 mark, and then the next hard stop. So goal, penalty, quarter, something like that, will release them. Duffus has the ball. We're 5-on-5. That one's stopped by Dieters. Swallowed up in his equipment. What a check by Ansley, getting on the stick of Angus as he goes after it. Causes the turnover. The U.S. comes away with it. Here's Donald Duffus. Bricknell got up on Ansley. And now it's going to be interesting to see. The Canadians are pretty riled up, and they are already out there just chopping away. We've seen a bit of a high hit, a couple of slashes. McIntyre gets on to Pavone, and then Dieters falls on top of Pavone, who had gone into the crease. He was actually kind of shoved in there. They're going to call a loose ball push and give the ball to the U.S. And Dieters can't believe it. He's like, he was in my crease and I fell on him. He was shoved into the crease. So, boy, this has the potential to get explosive and maybe a little out of control. Deep breath. In for 4, hold, out for 6. And here we go. Stearns to Duffus. Sawyer King out on him, and there's a little elbow thrown by Jaquinto as he's trying to set a pick. There's a penalty coming to Canada. It's stopped by Dieters, that shot. Farrell has it. Delayed penalty coming. So we've got an illegal cross check to Colby Thomas. And then the goaltender, Daniel Dieters, has been hit with an unsportsmanlike, which honestly, that's not going to help. I get it, you want to control things, but that's not actually diffusing the situation.
51 red, 2 minute unsportsmanlike.
I get it. I've done some roughing in my day. I actually gave myself a little sprained finger once, giving somebody a technical when I was roughing some basketball. You get fired up, but you got to be the calm one there. This is going to be Liam McGrath serving it. That's a 5-on-3 for the U.S. with a 15-11 lead. Canada will send out their triangle of Sam Angus. Actually, they're changing a couple now. They got Riggs and Bricknell, the big guys in the back. Wait. So Riggs and Bricknell stay out along with Sawyer King. So they've got the beef and the speed. King's going to be down low and the big guys are up top. The U.S. will have Ansley up as the safety valve at the top. Duffus and Farrell, the righties. They've got Pavone and Stearns, their 2 lefties out there. They go 4-on-3. Ansley up, being the high safety. Just pass to Farrell. Down to Duffus. Good ball moving in the goal. Pavone. His 3rd of the game. It's 16-11. What a huge moment in the game. The U.S. a chance to extend this lead. One of those penalties should be coming off. There we go. Don't know why the player wasn't released. They both stay in there. Canada just put somebody else on the floor. Another face-off win for Baggio. And the U.S. going to the power play. Regular 5-on-4. Just getting their 5th attacker out. It's going to be Jaquinto. Duffus has it up top. I think that hidden ball trick may have worked on 1 or 2 of the Canadians, but enough knew that it wasn't an issue. Hard rip from Stearns. Dieters dives on top of it and had the ball in the palm of his glove. Will just drop it to himself and pass it out. And here's Carter Grace. He's got Duffus on him. That one may have been tipped, but it does get through to Connors, who starts to go to the net. Pulls it back and will circle around. Nice sprint by Connors to get free. Grace to Braxton Brown. Oh, big save. Nate Ruckel, and down the floor, Donald Duffus all alone. It's a breakaway. And he scores. Another power play goal. He's got 5. Farrell has 6. Pavone has 3. (17-11). The U.S. absolutely exploding in this one. And I'll tell you, most of the people I talked to as the day got going, they seem to think U.S. had the edge maybe in the U16 game. They were the first place team. Here, everyone thought Canada was probably the favorites. Canada pulled out the U16. The U.S. have a pretty solid lead here. 17-11, lots of time left, and we've seen lots of goals. You know Canada is explosive. Can they get those 6 goals back? Another face-off win by Baggio. Ansley has it. Sawyer King on him. Ansley, some nice moves to get up into the offensive zone. Here's Leland on his offside. There's just 4 righties out for the U.S. Ansley, great swim through, and he scores. Kydrell Ansley with his third of the game. My goodness. We were wondering if we'd get to 18-17 again. Well, we're at 18-11, and there's still 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ansley just so athletic, swimming through, and there's a big gap in the Canadian D once he gets through. Obviously, that double team up at the top. Baggio wins it ahead this time to himself. He's going to head in, and he's thinking about having to go. He takes one. That's blocked by McIntyre. King pulls it down. He's bumped. Looking to find somebody to feed to. There's nobody really coming open. Spins underneath. King still hanging on to it. Tries to hit Dunbar on top of the crease. Snagged there by Dylan Greiner. Greiner leaves it for the captain, Duffus. Duffus with 5 goals. Tommy Farrell's got 6. I may have lost track. Who knows? Nope. It is 6 for Farrell, 5 for Duffus. That shot's going to go off the boards and all the way back out to Jaquinto. Oh my goodness. Farrell with 7. And it's just, the wheels are coming off for Canada, and the U.S. is rolling, rawhide. Canada takes the timeout. Stern speaking, says something to the Canadian bench and the coaches. That is not something you want to dive into. (19-11). Remember, this was a 12-10 game at the half. 12-11 when Canada scored. Since then, 7 straight goals for the U.S. Huge turning point. Just a minor called on Dylan Marzak when what looked like an obvious major, probably game misconduct with an elbow to the head of a player in a defenseless position. And Canada's gotten really rattled. The U.S. has absolutely taken advantage of every opportunity that has afforded them. And this game is taking forever. We've got 3:11 to go in the third quarter. Not going to lie, I did not see this kind of spread happening in this game. Connors will come out to take the draw for Canada against Baggio, who has been just dominating at the dot. Again, they don't go quite on the center dot because there's a bit of a seam issue from this old Buffalo Bandits carpet. Well, they're on the dot there, just at the periphery. And Baggio doing his best Jake Withers impression, just ripping that one out. That's going back old school to Jeff Snyder, where he would just direct, say, "Hey, I'm gonna win it over here. You go stand at that spot," and would just toss it straight to them. Duffus to Farrell. Can he get 8? Anything could happen at this point. Saved by Dieters. Duffus tries to shove it back in. Outlet pass. Bricknell has it. Ansley on him. Bricknell spins, he's stripped, but gets it back. It's lost again. Bricknell loses his stick, but manages to keep body position. What a battle going on right below us. Grace is in there, and that was trapped between the feet of Ansley. That's going to be Canadian possession on withholding call. Penalty box door was popped open, and Grace will start with possession for Canada, who need to start stringing some goals together of their own. They've got 11. You know they can score. Dunbar dive stopped. He stopped. I thought it was going in. And then Ruckel with a crazy save there as that ball somehow just started bouncing around. There's Marzak, and he may be a marked man, especially if this spread stays wide. I would think the Canadians have written down number 20 and they're keeping an eye on him. Not going to say they should go and do anything, but you know they're aware of what happened earlier in the game. Duffus has the ball. Tommy Leland being called to the bench as the Americans had 4 righties out. They want to get a couple of lefties when they can. Very close to the crease there for McIntyre. Stay with us post-game. We'll have the player of the game presentations, the all-world team. There's a turnover as Arnett gets it. Connors trying to check him. Here's a chance for Duffus. He'll step back out. They want the clock to keep ticking at this point. Caleb Gauthier with that tenacious defense all over him. Jaquinto over to Stearns. He dropped it for a moment. Quinn Rakes thought about trying to get it. Just gives Stearns a ram into the boards instead. Pass through to Farrell. Oh, that is maybe the prettiest of the 8 goals that Tommy Farrell has. I'm going to run out of room on my sheet here. Getting into the margins now. We've used up all the space beside his name. It's 20-11. Not the time, the score. Time is 4:32. We're not into the fourth quarter yet. We may never get to the fourth quarter. Minute 14, there's time for about 6 more goals the way this one's going. Baggio against Drew Dunbar this time, Canada sending out. Martel has come back between the pipes for Canada. Dieters is going behind the bench, and he's frustrated. He's taking his helmet off. And we've seen his frustration. We've heard his frustration. Understandable. Baggio just rips it back to Ansley again. A little pressure from Dunbar, and he's going to retreat to play some defense. Farrell across the crease. Tries to tuck one home. That's tied up at Martel's gear. Leland gets tripped up by the turf monster. King has it. Sawyer King. Thought he was going to try and duck underneath. He will duck underneath. He is deadly going under there, but the U.S. comes back. Big swats by Henry Fowler. Big check on the back. That's going to be a penalty to cost to us. No question about that. He got up high on, I think it was Grace that he knocked over, maybe Bannister. Now it's tipped away. Fowler's going to try and get to the ball and get possession, and it will be blown down. So it's going to be a 2 for, I'd imagine, a little cross check, maybe check from behind. Either the cross check, so Kostowitz goes off for 2 or less. Canada, 33.6 to go in the third quarter. You really have to take advantage of this one, down 20-11. This has been a stunning third quarter. Remember, it was 12-10, and look, we didn't have any goals for about 5 minutes in this quarter. Bannister, a couple of fakes, goes back to the far side to Connors. Here's Braxton. He's got 5, but hasn't scored since the first quarter. Behind the back, ripped pass by Taylor. Did not connect, but they do eventually get it. Braxton shoots. Sharp arm save by Ruckel. Goes back to Canada. 12 seconds in the quarter. Bannister. Connors hard shot. Grace wants to put it back. He is flattened. That's a big hit. No goal as Grace was in the crease. Now he's knocked in there, but unless it's a penalty called or a violation called, he cannot be in the crease. You can score with a player in the crease if he is knocked in illegally. Wow, we are through 45 minutes of play. Let's all take a breath again. We're going to take 2 minutes. We'll be back. It's 20-11 U.S. I am Steven Stamp. This is the IIJL 2024 World U18 Lacrosse Championship Gold Medal game. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. I know I told you it was the end of the third quarter and that we were going to the break. It's not the end of the third quarter. There's 5 seconds left. Not everyone in Canada realizes that, as goaltender Carson Martel was heading down to the net where he'll be for the fourth quarter. They're going to pull him. They're like, don't bother going back to your net. Let's put an extra attacker out. 5.0 on the clock for Canada. They'll have 6 attackers and see if they can cut into this 20-11 lead. No, they are going to send Martel back out. They just remember it's the power play. They don't need the extra attacker. The pass is tipped away. It's going to be Canada possession with 1.6 seconds left. Where are they going to start? Brown's got to just shoot. It's really the only option. He passes. They try the quick stick. And Taylor takes a pop to the head from Marzek. Taylor's going to give Fowler a shove. And, oh, Fowler a little taunting there. Yeah, that's not going to play well. Oh, Marzek blowing kisses to the Canadians, and I think he may come back to regret that decision. He is already not a popular guy with the Canadians. We're going to stay here. We've got a 2-minute break if they start running the clock for the intermission. There you go. 1:22 left on the Kostowitz illegal cross-check penalty. It's 20-11. Wow. This is the IIJL World U18 Championship. IIJL, the International Indoor Junior Lacrosse, was founded in 2016 by member nations Canada and the United States, both playing here today. As an independent international association, the IIJL established and administers the only international box lacrosse championships for players 20 years of age and younger. Currently, they run 4 championships annually. As we've mentioned, the World Juniors were in Erie, Pennsylvania, the men's tournament back in early August. Canada won that one, beating Scotland in the final after Scotland had had a massive upset over the U.S. in the semis. 3 tournaments happening this week. We wrapped up the Women's World Juniors, the first ever this morning. Canada beating Australia in a fantastic 4-game series to take the gold medal. Canada winning the U16 with a thrilling 10-8 win over the U.S. in the U16 game earlier today. Now we've got 15 minutes to go in the U18 championship, which, barring a miracle, one would think is going to be won by the United States. It's 20-11. Canada's going to have to add at least 9 goals while shutting out the U.S. Different face-off alignment this time, as the U.S. actually puts Ansley up in the offensive end. Maybe he didn't realize the quarter ended, and he just thought he was down where he was before. Canada's on the right, going right to left. We're in the red with the black shoulder caps. U.S. in their white with the blue shoulder caps. Baggio, McLeod. The ball is down, adjacent to the face-off dot. What a clamp. Baggio is so good. And again, I made the Jake Withers comparison because he's just ripping that ball out. But like Withers, he can also play defense. No point just being a face-off guy. Fogos are not really, I don't know. I'm not a big Fogo fan. I think you want to get out and play. Ansley has it. The hidden ball trick did not work. Stearns is still trying to sell it. That train has left the station, but Ansley has it. 11 seconds left, and the U.S. killing this penalty. They'll get it across to Stearns. Suddy's already at the bench to get a defender out. That's Fowler. Bricknell has it. He's kind of pinned against the boards. Where's the ball? Oh, it's on the floor. So it's going to be Canadian possession. Here's Quinn Riggs. Rips it ahead to Grace, Carter Grace. And try and get something rolling for this Canadian power play. Oh, that pass off the stick of Brown, Braxton Brown, and the one-hand pass by Ansley. He was all tangled up. Does a great job to get it ahead to Henry Fowler, who is flying down the floor. Leaves it there for Donald Duffus, the captain of the U.S. squad. Four seconds left in the Kostowitz penalty. He's got the door open. Penalty box door still open. The 30 expires. Canada wants to delay a game penalty as that shot was taken after the buzzer had gone. Braxton Brown has it. It's Canada trying to get something rolling. They did not score in that third quarter. Oh, yes, they did. They got one. It was 12-10 at the half. Connors just avoided stepping in the crease as he tried that spin move. Gets it out to Braxton Brown. 7 seconds, ripped by Grace. That's going to get up and bounce to the far boards where Dunbar gets it. Double team on him. He fights through it. Across to Connors. What great positioning there. That was Rylan Cotterbash. Just kind of doing a bee sting pick to open up a lane, but the U.S. fighting through to get some pressure on. That shot gets up and out of play. And it's U.S. possession. Adam Day whipped it ahead. Here's Tommy Farrell. He's got 8. And he hit double digits. Who knows? Who knows? Here's Pavone. Feeds it through to Duffus behind the back. Nice leg save by Martel. Just got the knee right on top of it. Was in good position. He'll hand it off to Riggs. The big rig heading up over center. Oh, a strip though by Duffus. Sawyer King's going to take a penalty, but it's going to be wiped out as Duffus has his 6th of the game. Great forecheck pressure by Duffus, and Riggs just gets his pocket picked. Sawyer King trying to prevent that goal. Unable to. So the penalty's wiped out. The goal counts. 21 to 11. 12-11 to go here in the 4th quarter. And the penalty box is closed. Yay. Baggio wins it to himself this time, heads down. Wide open down the middle, he scores! Baggio, that has been coming all game. He's had a few chances, he's been due for one, and Giovanni Baggio takes it down and scores to make it. It's hard to even believe I'm saying this. It is 22 to 11. We're only 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Ansley gets that one off the face-off again. Face-off possession has been a big edge for the U.S. here. It's just given them so many chances. Generally, face-off wins do not correlate to game wins. There's a rip by Farrell. It is 9 for him. It's hard not to see the edge it's given the U.S. here. 23-11. And the energy on the Canadian bench is basically drained away. They're standing silently, kind of unable to believe their eyes that they're seeing what is going on here. Remember, they won the first game in this series by 7 goals. I believe it was 7. It's quite a bit. And then an 18-17 overtime thriller in the second part of the double round robin between these teams. But there's no question today the U.S. is the better team at this moment. Fowler has it. Over to Farrell. Comes out to Farrell. I was going to go to Pavone. He'll come up to Leland instead, who does get it on to Pavone. McLeod on him. Suddy with a slip pick, and there's a goal for Pavone. That's 4. (24-11). And with the spread being more than with being 12 goals here in the second half, we've actually gone to running time. Who saw that coming? That pass goes to no one. Leland and McLeod jousting a bit. Riggs on top of Oh, a reverse whip there by Leland. He is flattened for his efforts. Martell makes a little outlet pass. Here comes Mahar Robbins. Taylor goes to the net. That's a nice goal. Canada's on the board in the fourth. Brandon Taylor with his second of the game. It's 24-12. That's a really pretty goal by Brandon Taylor. Has had a bunch of them in this tournament. Giovanni Baggio against McLeod. McLeod, it's a pretty good jump on that one. Baggio, is he still going to come away with it? No, it will be a Canadian face. Oh, no, it won't. King couldn't pick it up, and Ansley has it. Pavone says slow things down. Sawyer King is up on him. Duffus rips one. That's blocked out front by Hackett. Bricknell has it. Ansley trying to check him from behind. Long outlet pass, and it sails over the head of Grace. There's a push in the back, uncalled, and U.S. will retain possession. Pavone with it. Sportsmanlike penalty, I believe, to Kenny McIntyre. I don't know.
Penalties by Canada, number 7. 2 minutes on Sportsmanlike.
Not really sure what happened there. U.S. to the power play. They're up 24-12. Doubt they're going to really be pushing a whole lot here. Sure, they feel like 24 is probably enough to hang on and win this one as we hit the midway point of the fourth quarter. Post game, we'll have the presentation of the Player of the Game Awards, the All-World team, and the silver and gold medals. Bouncer from Stearns. I think that's off the foot. Yeah, it went off, raised off Martell and got up out of play. It's the right call, so give the ball back to the U.S. Farrell has it. It's blown in. The save by Martell just as the shot clock was about to expire. The U.S. is going to get a fresh 30. For some reason, some of the parents who are here in the stands feel like they can just go down and start yelling at or talking to the scorekeepers. Strange experience that way. Pavone flips it over to Duffus. He's got 6. This is showing a whole lot of interest in getting a 7th at this point. There's Farrell, who will tuck home his 10th from in the slot. I've never done 2 horizontal lines on besides somebody's aim for goals before. Doing the old 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 across makes 5. It's 25-12. We've got the sun right behind us. It's beaming in. It's hard to even see the monitor here. Ansley. There's Farrell. Farrell steps across the middle, 10 on the shot clock. Stearns Flips it behind the back. Farrell's going to go catch it along the boards. Ansley was trying to bounce one off the back of Martel. I've been reminded that you can do that in international rules. He was trying that little gambit. It's not making very popular with goalies or opponents, I'll tell you that. Here's Grace. Nice shovel pass through, but just out of reach of Taylor. Here's a bump to Fowler. 8 left on the shot clock. The ball is along the floor. Braxton Brown's like, whatever, just let me up. Brown rips one. That's blocked by Fowler. Or Kostowitz. Blocked by somebody. We're under 4.5 to go. Duffus with it. Ten on the shot clock. 4:05 in the game. Save by Martel. We've got a penalty coming to a sparing major to Connors. My goodness. We do call majors in this game. Oh. I can't really see the monitor. You can go back and check, see if you can see what Connors does. I've got the sun really glaring on here, and it's just a little too much to make anything out. We can see this 25-12 for the U.S. They're on a major power play. They're working it around the outside. And here the coach is saying shoot with 2 seconds left. Duffus has 7. Hey, if I sit right there, I can see the screen and put it up to 26-12. Remember, post-game, we will have the Gearfire Player of the Game, all-world team, and medal presentation ceremonies. I guess there's one ceremony encompassing all of them. Ansley the wheels. He sprints on to get that one, pushes it ahead to Farrell. And you hear the coach is yelling value, which means just hang on to it until late in the shot clock. Gearfire is the proud sponsor of the IIJL Championship Medal Ceremonies. Gearfire.com, the largest outdoor e-commerce platform that sources all products from local retailers in your area. Here's Carter Grace taking off past Duffus. He's going to get a shot off. Stopped there by Ruckel. Scooped up by Adam Day, and the U.S. will go back forward. Minute 38 to go. The U.S. pounding their sticks in unison on the boards, down to 2 seconds on the shot clock. So Stearns will fire one as the 30 about to expire. Martel will give it to Angus. Outlet pass. Bannister can't catch that one. He'll scoop it up off the board. Stearns gets out to check him. Stearns loses his stick, maintains his defensive positioning. Grace tries a low skipper along the far side. Lays a defender at the slow getting the door open. It's going to lead to a breakaway. Taylor is going after Stearns, who will just turn away. Helmets and gloves. The helmet off Stearns. Taylor gets his helmets and gloves off. He's getting kicked out. Stearns is going to go too. Wouldn't send him at the same time. 14 seconds. The clock's going to tick away. The U.S. will win the IIJL World U18 Lacrosse Championship 26-12. The U.S. will go congratulate their goaltender, Nate Ruckel. There's a few fist bumps among the Canadian and American players. The sportsmanship is coming out. Canada hates losing this game, but they know these teams respect each other. Today was the United States Day at the U18 Championship. They're the better team. They win 26-12. Braden Stearns returning to the floor. And yeah, they're going to send Taylor back out. Taylor coming to join his teammates. Canada having a chat. U.S. is waiting for them at center.
Have to confirm with Chris.
We'll have our player of the game presentations, which seem, I think, in Tommy Farrell with 10 goals for the U.S. Handshakes. Again, we'll have the player of the game presentations coming up. The all-world team. I'm sure my glasses are somewhere. They're on my face. The medal presentations, the all-world team, and the players of the game brought to you by Gearfire, the proud sponsor of the post-game ceremonies here at the IIJL World Championships. Gearfire.com, the largest outdoor e-commerce platform that sources all products from local retailers in your area. The host this year of the IIJL Championships here at the Classic Rink in East Aurora is USA Indoor Lacrosse. Slide them right down to the bottom there. Across from Gearfire. We have it open up at the top. We'll make that a final. 26-12. United States over Canada. We'll start with the player of the game presentations. Drew Petkoff laying everything out. He has been such a great part of this tournament. Oh. 26 and 77. All right, let's get it going. There we go. We're ready for the player of the game presentations.
Players of the game.
From Canada, Braxton Brown, number 77. Nice round of applause from everyone down on the floor. There's a bunch of parents out waiting to take pictures of their offspring. Everyone very proud of the efforts and performances put in by these two teams this week. An unbelievable final by the United States. Canada winning both games in the round robin in this U18. No big surprise. Tommy Farrell with 10 goals in this game. I believe he's already got one of those. Brown and Farrell. We may be seeing at least one of them again. I don't know. We have the all-world team coming. I don't know who it is.
Your all-world players of the tournament. As for number 26 from USA, Tommy Farrell.
Tommy Farrell straight back up. Thought we might see him again. Heck of a tournament for that young man. I can tell you, he has landed himself a spot on my way ahead NLL entry draft prospects list. I believe he'll be a 2029 or 2030 will be him coming out.
As for
Probably.
number 3, Carter Grace.
Carter Grace, great tournament for Canada. Fiery leader for that club. He'll get his award from Graham D'Alvia, the president of the USA Indoor Lacrosse and vice president of the IIJL. He'll go over and have a nice hug with his fellow forward all-world team member, Tommy Farrell. Giovanni Baggio, who's an absolute face-off wizard, named transition player. They're so young. You see these guys out there doing these amazing things on the floor. Just great athletes, so dynamic, so passionate. And then they take their helmets off and you realize these guys are still kids. These are under 18-year-olds. Sawyer King is on transition or defense from Canada on this all-world team.
Defense from USA, number 7, Tyrell Ansley.
Tyrell Ansley named as a defender. He scored a bunch of goals too, played a lot up at front as well. Could have gone transition, could have gone forward. He was excellent all around, and Drew Petkoff is going to be very proud of this young man. All his all access across folks. Tyrell Ansley up from Atlanta, Georgia.
And
the goalie,
number 1, Nathan Ruckel.
Nathan Ruckel gets the nod. He gets the broadcast bump as he was up doing some streaming for the Canada-Australia games. His sister, Mackenzie, stepped in to play for Canada here at the tournament as his dispensation player, and he was having a blast being up, thanks to him, thanks to Tyrell Ansley, who was also up filming some. Steph Love II, who played for the US U16s, and Marcus Porter played for Poland in the U18 division. He and Tyrell Ansley are cousins, but they say they're like brothers. They have lived together. They've grown up together. Now Canada will get their silver medals presented by Graham D'Alvia and Drew Petkoff. Again, Gearfire, the proud sponsor of the post-game ceremonies here at the IIJL World Championships. Again, Australia and Canada in the first ever Women's World Juniors. Canada with an 8-7 win earlier today to put a cap on their gold medal win in the first World Women's Junior Championship. Great series. The Australians had so much fun. They learned a ton. They were just a blast to watch. The Canadian team had to dig down deep and pull out the win. They did a terrific job to come away with that. Then the U16s. We saw some high-scoring round-robin games between Canada and the U.S. as they split those two games. But the final was a defensive battle, 6-6 at the half, only one goal in the third quarter. Canada went up 7-6, and then Canada pulls out a 10-8 win in maybe the game of the tournament. That was just a fantastic lacrosse game. I think the third quarter may have been the funnest that we saw in the whole week. A great one-goal quarter. And then in the final of the U18s, pretty shocking, 26-12. The U.S. runs away with it. The Canadians are not much enjoying getting their silver medals. Not too surprising. Congratulations to them, though. A terrific tournament. They put on a really good performance. Just came up short in the final. Remember, it was 12-11 at one point. It was 12-10 at the half, 12-11. And Canada got the first goal of the third quarter. And then 14-1 since then. Wow. So 2 touchdowns converted for the Americans and a single for the Canadians on a missed field goal. Chris Fox, the president of the IIJL, one of the Canadian coaches, he and Todd Wilfong, coach with him, great efforts from them. They get their medals, and now the U.S. getting their medals, walking up, having patiently waited, they will get their gold medals hung around their necks. Great effort by both of these teams. Really fun having Poland back again. You can see the Polish teams in the U16 and U18. You can see the growth that they exhibit. So many players from these tournaments are going on to represent their nations. We see a bunch of Polish players who've taken part in the IIJL tournaments going on to senior lacrosse tournaments. We've got, for Poland, Tyler Kolodka, who played for Poland when he found out he did have Polish heritage. I've talked about it before, but they weren't sure what nation it was where his grandfather was born because of the changing borders around World War II. Turns out it was in Poland when he was born. He was a Polish citizen, and that means Tyler Kolodka had Polish ancestry, heritage, and he was able to play for Poland. And he went over that summer, played for a pair of field teams. That is a beautiful moment. Drew Petkoff putting a medal on Tyrell Ansley, and they share a very warm moment. They have been working together for 6 years. Since All Access Lacrosse in Atlanta was formed, Drew Petkoff has been the driving force behind that, and Tyrell Ansley is showing what a program like that can do. Krzysztof Schmiegel joining his older brother McCoy on the Polish national team. Schmiegel played a couple years ago over at Riverworks. He was just burst onto the scene at the U18s, it would have been then, for him. He's on the senior team for Poland at the World Lacrosse Box Championship this year. It'll be held in Utica, New York on September 20th and 29th, and now we will have the playing of the U.S. national anthem. Congratulations, a well-earned gold medal and anthem rendition by the U.S. Started out, the music was a bit quiet, so they started singing, and then whoever heard them decided, I guess, that they didn't like them. I thought they sounded pretty good, but the volume went way up. Anyway, that will wrap things up. Thank you so much to all of our organizers here making these IIJL World Championships possible. Thanks to our hosts here in East Aurora at the Classic Rink. Thanks to all of you lacrosse friends for watching. We are going to wrap things up there. And